Hi guys, welcome to another video. We're gonna be seeing some massive interesting news today because there's a lot of action happening right in the market, specifically when it's related to news. Coinbase has just announced that Coinbase is gonna be having their own NFT space. Coinbase is a very well known exchange and it has a lot of users as well. So this is gonna be something massive, and the reason I'm gonna be discussing that today is because it looks a lot like Instagram. So that's something that everybody's been buzzing about. So we're going to be sharing a lot of details about this on our NFT show on Saturday. Do tune in for that one. Next thing we have for us today has to be a lot of action. First thing is Russia's Federal Tax Service has proposed legal entities use Bitcoin and crypto in foreign trade. So they're going to be having regulation coming in, which is a very good sign. They're also having some issues with their mining firms, but definitely we have to just wait for everything to be clarified before we announce or discuss anything on the channel. So hold on your seatbelts tightly. We're going to have some good action coming from the mining as well. Next up, we have one big news. I'm very bullish about this one. I think this is going to be a massive news. First Bitcoin spot ETF in Australia will list next week. Everybody's very bullish about that, and certainly we must be, because spot ETFs are a lot better than future ETFs. Last time we had future ETFs and we saw that the market had an upside rally all the way to 69,000, and now we are seeing that we are going to be having a spot ETF. So definitely that's going to be making a massive difference, and it also increases the number of countries with spot ETF. We have about 4 or 5 countries now with Brazil, Australia, and Singapore, and one more that has already introduced spot ETFs. So that's something bullish for us. Next up, this is something interesting. That's the reason I said today is going to be a very detailed, interesting video. So let's see in this chart what I'm exactly talking about. So this is from the rational root, and he's clearly showing us that there's a realized 200 moving average week, and we can see that this is over here and this is the realized 200 week. So if we zoom in a bit and we try to see the details here, we can see that we are somehow kind of making the bottom already, because our 200 moving averages usually suggest us, like here or previously like here, that these were our bottoms already. So we are kind of already built that bottom that we saw earlier, because right now we're still in a higher high situation and not in a higher low or a lower low situation, like I discussed in the price structure chart yesterday as well. So this is a very important point for us right now. Next up, we have similar sentiments shared by one and only Plan B. We do hope Plan B is correct this year and this time, because last year he was very bullish that the market would easily go to 100 to $200,000, but failed to do so. We got rejected. But obviously everybody is just sharing their market analysis. No one can actually be picture perfect. That's not how the world works out for us. So we can clearly see here as well, 200 moving average looks okay. I have built this kind of bottom here already that we have built in several places in the past as well. So things are beginning to look very good for us right now, and we can expect some big upsides to be coming. Next up, we're going to be sharing the Bitcoin supply and demand model, because that is something very important we have to look into. We have few things here which we have projected 1 million return S2F stock to flow model. Then we have projected 12 million return mobile phone S curve, which we can see these are the S curves. And then we have realized 12 months return. So that is similar to the returns we have seen in the previous charts as well. So this also looks very good, looks to have some kind of bullish upside to be coming to at $98,000. Whether this is gonna happen or not, like I said, these are mostly likely just predictions, so we just have to watch out for that. But the chart looks very interesting. It supplies us a lot of information that is going to be very handy for us in the coming next few days. So I thought I'm going to be sharing this with you guys. Next up, my favorite thing sharing with you guys every day has to be blockchain startup at gate.io. Meta Shooter is going to be starting just in the next few hours, about 2 hours to go. So this is your last chance to ape into this. Then we have Plateau Farm. Plateau Farm is going to be starting in about 23 hours. So still got time there. So I hope you have enough time there and you are ready to blast off. Next up, we're going to be having Santos FC. Santos FC is one of the biggest Brazilian football clubs. Had a massive upside, still having that upswing right now, about 927% in 30 minutes time frame. Just been started about 1 hour 30 minutes. Looks very good, looks very bullish. Just been pretty sideways, had a massive upside in the first 30 minutes candles, and now it's just been pretty sideways here. Had even wicked out some people at the bottom, but overall it looks very good. Next up, we're going to be having some newly listed coins coming out. So the first one is going to be Meta Shooter, starting in about 5 hours. Then we have Alpine F1 Team Fan Token, which is going to be 21 hours. Then we have FC Porto Fan Token, which is going to be 22 hours. Then we have Plateau Farm, like we discussed, even from our startups. This is going to be in about 1 day, 2 hours to go. So there's a lot of time there. So I do hope you guys want to aim into all these projects, because this is one of the best ways to earn massive upsides in the markets. You can't earn 900 or 1000 or 2000% gains in a day in small 30 minutes candles like this anywhere else except for Gate.io. So if you guys want to join Gate.io, all you have to do is click in the link given in the description below, join Gate.io, or use my referral code. That's going to give you rewards and airdrops as well. And if you aren't a VIP member at the startup, you just have to be patient, wait for them to release on the newly listed ones, and then that will be your chance to go get them. Next up, we're going to be looking into long and short ratios. So long and short ratio, global data in 50, it's about 52% in 24 hours. In 1 hour, it's about 51 to 48%. Quite even Stevens there. Long and short ratio block trades about 50.73% short in 24 hours. And in 1 hour, it's about 58% to 41% estimated. Is going to be massively. People are in long positions. Market is seeing that upside as well right now. Even if you want to check out, market sentiments are pretty neutral right now. And our funding rate, like I said yesterday, if we have that upside, we're going to come back and we are going to become very positive on the funding rate, which is very good to see. We are positive right now. Overall, some coins are on sell. Otherwise, major coins, BTC, ETH especially, are pretty neutral right now. That's what we would want in a market like this. Next up, we're going to be looking into greed and fear index. Greed and fear index is going to be very important for us right now. So we see we're at 27 levels. We were at 27 at yesterday as well, because we're right now trading in the same ranges. That's why everything looks pretty similar. Next up, we're also going to be having some kind of an upside coming here. So that's the reason we want to check out 3 months graph for crypto greed and fear index over time. We can see that this was our bottom where we dumped 11, and ever since then we've never come close to the 11 regions. We're still having a very good uptrend right now, especially on this greed and fear chart of 3 months. So we are just been making 28, 27, 26. The last one we had in this run was about at 20. So that's something very good for us. Now we get into our crypto bubbles. Bubbles are looking alright. ZZRX is up about 40% in the daily time frames. Kava is up about 11%. Overall, if we want to see other coins except for US or TON are pretty much sideways. These both are up about 7.1%. I think they're probably having some kind of synchronization right now, having the exact upside right now. So that is something good to see out there in the markets. Overall, we can see the coins that I usually like to trade in: Rune, Luna, AVAX, AXS, AR, Solana, Phantom. Major layer ones are right now pretty much in consolidation, pretty sideways, and some kind of correction going as well. We can see AVAX is down about 1.8% right now. Solana is also down about 1.7%. So we want to see some details here as well. It's about at $96 right now, $108. And overall, Cardano is also having a lot of work going on its blockchain. That is very bullish sign right now for the Cardano blockchain. Finally, a lot of action is happening there. About nearly hundreds of thousands of new accounts are opening there, and about 900 projects, new startups are working on the blockchain as well, which is an interesting sign. We can expect some big upside to become. Cosmos is also pretty sideways in an hourly time frame, not even half a percent, about just 0.6%, less than 1%. Not much action coming into that. Overall, a lot of coins are being pretty sideways. So now we can get into our charts. First thing we have to look at weekly time frames is what we can expect from BTC. Where is BTC possibly gonna come to? Because I am seeing BTC from market cipher at least coming to the 44,000 region, which is about 44,555, which is going to be very interesting for us. We would break above this key resistance that I have at about 42,500. So if we do break above this, then obviously our next target is going to be 44,000. Overall, weekly ciphers always work out, like we've seen here, we've seen even in here. So we have to break above them to have some kind of a bullish upside to be coming in the market. If we remain below them, then obviously market is going to be pretty sideways. If we want to get into ETH, especially in the week time frames, we can see that it actually reached its target, but it's facing a lot of resistance. So the body has just remained below that. So we want to break above, like we have broken above here as well in the past. We want to keep some distance overall. If we do move further away as well, so the ciphers will follow, at least 1 or 2 candles will catch up with us. Overall, we want to see USDT's dominance today is coming down. It's 1.3% down right now. DXY has also had a pullback. It's about 0.5% down right now, just back into 99 ranges, but still just been at 9900. So it's still in range bound right now. Not much action going on in that. We can expect some big upside move to be coming in BTC and ETH, because tomorrow is going to be our Friday's options expiry. We do know that we've been making some kind of bull flags. If we do break above those full flags, we should come back into the regions of 44,000. For myself, I would ideally get into trades if we do break above into 42,500, because that just makes me feel better. Right now, I'm feeling a bit not interested in the market because we are range bound right now. We're just trading in this range. I'd like to have big upsides and maybe have some blast off situation for me to get into some kind of big trades. For now, I don't see anything like that happening in the market. Something big has to happen for that. We have now also got a clear rejection from 42,500, just week below it. So that was all the ranges to 42,400, just $100 below that. We need to break above this. If we do break above this region, then taking trades will be very, very ideal, because we know we can come into the ranges of $44,000. That will bring a good upside, and that will also push us above the cipher levels, which is what I am interested right now in the market. Next up, in 4 hour, we're going to look into ETH. ETH, if we see, is comparatively very, very far away from its resistance compared to what we're seeing in BTC right now. So the similar structure for me would be here. If we do break above this point, then I would like to take any kind of trades right now. And for us, the good part right now is some kind of volume is coming back, but the towers aren't big as we would ideally want to have in this market. Overall, we can see that AI is at $30. Solana is just saw about $107 to $108. AVAX is just about at $78. Phantom is just about at $1.8. So we aren't seeing much upsides right now to be discussing much interest right now in the altcoins, or discuss them specifically that this one is going to do this or this, because they're majorly range bound. If I tell you guys that this is going to happen and that doesn't happen, that would also hurt me and not make you guys any money. So there's no point discussing that. So like I always say, you don't have to ape into trades, and just be patient. When a good trade setup will come, we will share it with you. Otherwise, just be very cautious and wait for it. When you force into trades, there are very, very high chance that you're gonna get a lot of loss, or things aren't gonna go the way you would want them to go, and then you're gonna get upset. So we don't want to see anybody upset, stressed, or depressed. We want everybody to make money so they're happy and we can celebrate. In stocks, if we see stocks, massive downside coming in Netflix over the last few weeks. And a lot of users from Netflix have gone away, so that is one major sign for it. Right now we see our US oil, UK oil is up about 0.5%. Natural gas is pumping. Now we are seeing the correlation that the gold is gone down about 0.67%, and we've seen a 1 to 2% upside right now in BTC as well. So the inverse relationship between both Bitcoin and gold are pretty much still working right on the markets. That's what we always tell you guys, that's very, very important. That's how the markets work. So overall, we just have to wait for the market to break above 42,500, and we need Ethereum to break above 3,200. That will be something where we could get bullish, and we would like to then take trades, especially in future, and also DCA into our positions in the spot wallet. So that's all for today's video, guys. I hope you liked today's video. If you do, smash the like button, share your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you guys tomorrow. Adios, amigos.